Hello everybody, Tracker here. How are we doing? Welcome to our latest Let's Play episode here in the snapshots for 1.9. Yeah, we're playing in the latest snapshot today. We are in, what are we in, 39B? There we go. So yeah, we've put the latest snapshot on. I haven't seen any skellies on skelly horses yet, but we'll look out for those if we get a lightning storm, which is pretty rare, but we shall see, but lots to do today. We've got a couple of things I want to do. First of all, I want to get rid of this side here because we've got this path coming in. So I want the path to come in, and I kind of want to go off into this direction because we're going to have something over there, and then again I want some steps that kind of come down and bring you into this area down here. So I'm going to kind of make a junction there, but I think before we do that, I think we've got to get rid of, is that my Silk Touch one? It is. So we kind of got to get rid of all this here, and I think we'll probably take it back at least to here. I think that's probably makes sense, and make this a flattish wall, make that nice and clear, and then likewise do the same from there. So yeah, got some plans to go in there as well, but yeah, for now I just want to get this area cleared out, and then we can at least get the junction done to bring ourselves down in here, because I'm just fed up of jumping up and down that bit all the time. I've cleared away all the area now, and what I'm doing is just putting across a walkway to see where this is going to go. And I was thinking we could actually bring this all the way around and actually have the walled walkway actually walking across here as well. So we kind of come in here, and you'd probably have to go up to the wall, or again down into the area. So I think that's probably going to we're going to have it. I do like doing this organically. I kind of have a plan in my head, and then try and work it out as we go along. So I think that'll be pretty good. I think it'll work out well anyway. So yeah, and put some old bricks in there as well. That's good, and then we can use this side of the mountain then, and we'll probably, you know, if we link it around here, it'll probably work out quite nice then in terms of linking the whole area together, and I think that's quite important. And that's that bit done. So yeah, just a little bit to the top. This is what we've got now. We've got a sort of courtyard area now, really. It kind of matches everything else apart from this bit you can't go in because behind there's all the redstone for the farm, but that's okay. The door's there, and you can carry on around this way, and we'll end up doing stuff with the walls and the floor later on. But we've got a stairs going up here, just need to finish that little bit of wall. So we've got a good transition now, I think, from this area here, which is very much earthy, sort of yeah, endstone wood and that sort of thing, and as we come into here, I've used the dark oak steps, or not steps, the half slabs, which kind of bring you down into here, and then we'll probably bring this into, you know, more of a brick. And the same again goes upstairs, so we don't have to jump or anything like that. We can just climb or run as it is. That's pretty good. So yeah, starting to come along quite nicely, I think, in terms of the area. It does allow us to run through this area here as well, which is quite useful because we might put some glass in there as a window. Yeah, so it kind of helps us run in between these areas, and we may even just take this door round down, because it kind of, yeah, probably don't even need it now. But this area here is going to be used quite a lot, because you see here we've got a little ladder here, which is what we're going to be working on next. Not quite sure about that area there, but I guess it's all going to come into line once we get things going and we start using this side of it. So let's go and have a look up here. What I've done is I've made a little access point to the top of the mountain here for a very specific reason, as you'll see when we get up here. Yeah, we've got a little bit of flat area, but more importantly, it's a flat area which gets snow. So it means it's cold enough to make ice, which is what we really want. It's a really good view from up here, isn't it? So let's have a look. Yeah, really start to see things coming along now, can't we? So yeah, just got a lot of work to do in this area though. A lot of expanding to do over in that back area as well. So, and then down in the sort of the docky area. So that's good. But what I want to do up here is basically put an ice tray. So I think this is the level we're going to come out on. So what we need to do is basically flatten the top of this area here. I'm not sure if I'm going to take down this dirt area or not, so I'll have a think about that while I'm clearing the rest of this out. And what I'm going to do is just make a very simple ice tray area that we can automatically farm ice from as and when we need it. Now what I've tried to do is keep this hidden from down below, so that's kind of determined the size. So my walls are hidden on this side and I've used plain stone on that side, and I'm hoping that the old trick of the water still works, and that essentially, is this updating? It is. I have noticed there is a few updating issues. Some of the doors were sort of opening and not kind of closing like that water there, and it's updated. So there's still a few problems, but I think a lot of the guys are away as well, actually on some kind of workshop thing, so they're not working on things. I think Dinnerbones left in the office, and he did say he was going to turn creepers upside down and things like that, turn the nether upside down while everyone else is away, but no, I don't think he will. But yeah, so supposedly fix some frame issues, and we're not getting bad frames, but it still feels a bit juddery, and there's a few things. I say the updating is taking a little while for it to happen, so that should be it. There you go, so it has updated and it started freezing, so we'll need to get rid of that torch there because that will be no good. So yeah, so what the theory is if water is covered by a block above, then it doesn't freeze. So what that means is this will all freeze up here, which would be pretty good, but anything or the water sources, shall we say, underneath there won't, and that means we just don't need any pistons or anything like that at all. This should just all automatically freeze and allow us just to come up and silk touch all the ice. Not fortunate, but silk touch it, and when we do that, we shall get the ice. We shall get the... Is ice not silk touching at the moment? Is that another bug with the updating? Anyway, we're going to let this go. I'm sure if it's not doing it, it's a bug or it's something to do with the updating. So yeah, at least we've got this ready, and I'm pretty sure that that won't freeze underneath there, and then we don't need any pistons or yeah, just double checking that then. Yeah, we don't need any pistons or any droppers or anything like that, but dispensers to dispense the water. So pretty good. Let's just see how this freezes. Evidently, if I use my silk touch pick rather than my fortune pick, then it does pick it up. So yeah, I knew that, honest. Looks like my ice is ready, and it looks like the water is still there, which is pretty good. So yeah, let's just, I've not really worked out how much ice we're going to get from this, but let's just have a look, see if we can harvest it a little bit. I do love the sound of breaking ice, and see how much we can get. I think that might have been an extra one at the end there, but as you can see, it's automatically come out again, which is exactly what we wanted. Just simple way of doing that, and we got, yeah, almost 2.5 stacks. That's pretty good. We're not going to have to come up here a lot, really. We just can come up here when we actually need it, although at some point we'll probably go off and find the ice spikes biome, so we can yeah, we can kind of sort of get the good stuff, shall we say, because this is okay, but if you put it near torches it melts. However, this is just handy that I don't have to carry buckets of water around with me if we're doing things like the mob farms that we need to set up. We've got to get those working. Now, we haven't got a place for ice, so we'll put it in with the snowy stuff at the moment. But yeah, when we're making the mob farms, it's just a lot easier to not have 10 buckets of water or 100 buckets of water, because you can't carry them in your inventory, whereas this we can, so that's pretty good. Now I'd like to get one of these spawners up and running, even if it's just a very simple ghetto style XP grinder. So this is the one we're going to do, and what I need is probably some of those, a little bit of that, Yeah, we didn't bring any lamps with us, did we? So let's get the right items. That would probably help. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. So first thing we need to do is get this lit up properly. So we'll make a few of those, and what I tend to do is build this 4 out from the spawner. So each direction is 4 out from the spawner, and we'll take it down one more level in a minute. So that way any zombies are free flowing underneath the spawner as well, not going to get caught on it. We do have to be a little bit careful though, because of the hitboxes. It shouldn't be too bad, but what we're probably going to do is just make sure that they all fall in the right direction. So but yeah, first of all get these lights set up, because that way if that's all lit up then the spawner shouldn't spawn in theory. These should be enough to actually do it. So what we'll do initially, while we're just getting it all set up, well, in fact no, we won't. Let's get it set up properly. Let's do this properly. I'm going to make a walkway all the way around the edge like I already have. Let's light this up though first, and then we can run some redstone around here and put in some brick walls as well. Now how we're going to run these is quite simple. What we're going to do is illuminate them with a torch behind. We'll then put a repeater going into that block and run some redstone cable, and there will be a switch somewhere. So when we flick the switch, the lights go off. Simple as that. So that redstone's always on, and then boom, as soon as it goes like that, it switches off. So it's nice and simple. Obviously we won't be putting the lever there because that would be rather silly. Now, shall we give this a bit of a quick test? See what happens. See if we can get these guys to spawn. So if we take all the torches out from that central area, in theory we shouldn't get any spawning. Even though, as you can see there, the spawner is active, we get no spawns at all. Let's just eat some food. And let's flick the switch, boom, and they're spawning, yes. So that's pretty cool. That's what we want to happen, but it means we've got a means to shut the spawner off if we want to as well. So what I really need to do now is we'll keep this tunnel in round the back, put some torches up on the wall, or even some lighting or something, just so we can get access to it, although we don't need access to this back bit actually. Because I brought the wiring down there and into that way, and then we brought it off this way, so I only need to come around this section. But we'll probably keep it anyway because it's just handy to get around the back of these spawners sometimes. Sometimes you just want that access, don't you? So yeah, that's what we shall do, and we'll leave these lights up behind there and one in the corner. That should be plenty, and yeah, we can hide this then underneath here, so we can still get through. Cool. Let's get the rest of this room sorted out. This room is pretty much ready, I think, and we've got, as you can see, it's 5 high, so it's 2 above that light, 2 below the light, which means it's 2 above and below the spawner. So anything that's spawned on here, occasionally you might get one spawn on top of the actual spawner, but that's not really an issue. It would soon drop off into the water, so this is too high so we can get past these ladders will soon go. It's just my access. So the idea is that when we put the, in fact we can put the water down now, couldn't we? So so we're literally going to put water down here, alternating it just like so. That will give us a water stream that is going to push them all the way along here when it updates. So anything that lands in the water is going to casually, I'm not touching the mouse at all at the moment, but it's way too slow, and they'll fall down here. So what we'll then do is, in fact we will need a sign or something like that probably there. Yep. Which they shouldn't really land on, but you never know. In fact, what we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got no redstone there, 5, let's do it this way, 6, 7, 8. Does that get far enough? Let's see. So if I put that there and break it, where does this travel to? And yeah, it wants one more, I think, doesn't it? Because if I do that away and that away, No, it's perfect. So I think we'll do that because that seems a little bit easier than having signs that they can land on top of. So let's just go down here now and do that. So yeah, again they will land in the water stream and flow that way, and likewise down here. And what we'll do is I think I'll just get it ready. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? I better test it because know my measurements. I always get them wrong. So let's see. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So the easiest way to do this is just put a block there. There we go. And then we can just destroy that block and the water stream will come down, and that can come out there like that. Cool. And then down here, this is where they'll drop again, and again we'll have a water stream there, and it's going to push them down here, and this is where we have this configuration of signs. So I think I've got it set up correct, that we put a water source. In fact, we have a few water, basically in between these signs there's a water source. Okay, so and one there. Perfect. And then what that means is that they will naturally swim upwards. So that's what it's there for. They won't swim down, they'll swim up because that's the way they are. Let's just try this here. This should come down, and yes, there you go, it lifts up. It has this special bit here, and then that causes them to go into this, and then they will naturally swim up. So actually they're all in place, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. Let's get out of here and let's get rid of that ladder. Don't really need it, so I'm not that worried about losing it. And let's get a ladder up there, shall we? And I think this bottom area is pretty much done, so if we get rid of that there and jump on the ladder, and again if we get rid of these ladders, that one, yes, okay, I know. Right, let's go up one, get rid of the bottom one. It's these hitboxes, I can never, no, that's breaking the wrong one again. Trouble with ladders. Who'd say you'd have trouble with ladders, eh? Let's break it from here because I don't want anything left in, and then that one can be broken there. Good. Thank goodness for that. Right, so we can seal this room up. It is pretty much done and dusted. They're all going to come down there, they're going to go down there, they're going to go along, and we could probably test it. Should we give it a quick test before we finish the rest of it up? So as you can see, what they should do is bob the head above there. So let's switch off the lights, and I've got a little viewing area here. Switch back on again. Yeah, so I just made a little viewing area there because I do like to look into these things as they're coming out. Now this is going to carry on straight on up because we're going to soften them up a bit. Here they come. As you can see, they're swimming their way up, but yeah, he's still got me. Oh, he's got my ladders. Can I have my ladders back? Can I give me ladders, give me ladders. It's like he's got thorns on, I think, or something like that. I don't know what. Oh, he's gone. Did give me ladders. Yeah, so they will end up putting glass, which I haven't got in my inventory. We'll glass that up just so we can see them come past. And then what I need to do is work out an area now where we're going to drop them down. And how many have we got there? We've probably got, do we do 3 water sources? So that's 6, 12, yeah. So we want to go up about 20, and then we'll drop them down here still on this level, and that'll soften them up enough for hopefully a 1 or 2 hit kill. We don't want to have too much to kill them, but those with feather falling and armor, they'll land a little bit softer obviously. But let's get the rest of this cleared out and see where we want to put things. Aha, the cave we hid before. Now I think what I want to happen is for them to come down and land on this quartz block. So they're going to go up, come along a little bit, along and drop down. Now the easiest way to do that is to work out roughly, or to work out exactly, shall we say, where the 2 drop points are, the raise point and drop point. And then come up here, which is level 20, oh no, level 40 something. And yeah, it basically it means I can now work out where the height is, work my way up, so to speak, and also then where the drop will be, because the drop will come that way and down here somewhere. So yeah, it just makes it a bit easier to actually tunnel from the top than tunnel from the bottom. And I will want to make this look pretty, even though in theory no one's ever going to see it. Yeah, might sound a bit daft, but I do like to ensure that yeah, things look good. So we're gonna I guess the other thing is like, if I ever come across this in the future, I want to know if I'm breaking a block, whether I'm just breaking a normal block or breaking something that's fairly important. So by using stone bricks rather than you know, just sort of leaving it like this, I know whether I'm going to break into a sign or a, you know, water stream, or, you know, whatever it happens to be. So I think it's just a bit better to make sure that, you know, you use building blocks, shall we say, to, you know, to ensure that it looks good and you're not going to break it later on. It's a bit like the old redstone rule, where you really should not just put redstone onto dirt and things like that, because there's a chance in small spaces you'll break it when digging up to it or something daft like that. So yeah. Now I just logged out for a few minutes and I've logged back in again, and 39C update has come out in between times. So from what I can see, it's supposed to make it's some bug fixes really to do with redstone, not contraptions, but things like doors and things like that, I think, are supposed to visually quicker sort of open and close, and I was getting some glitches like that before. So anyway, back to the mob farm very quickly. We'll test that out in a moment. We need our mobs to drop 22 blocks. The block down below the quartz block, which is down here underneath that slab block there, is level 20. This brings them up to level 23, so I need to drop them down one here, and then that'll be enough to drop them 22 blocks and give them half a heart. Or at least that's the theory. So but yeah, what will essentially happen is they will swim up here, they'll then come up to the top, this water will push them this way. I know what I didn't do, and that's put a sign in there. We've probably washed out everything below. And then, yeah, so this means they come along here. I've got feather falling, so we should be alright. Boom, there we go, and we lose just a few hearts. Oh, that's why I had that block there, so not as bad as I thought. Yeah, so in theory, that's where they should land. That's how it should work. It should give it a quick go. Let's do that. Do you like my redstone lamp behind there? I think that looks pretty cool in the water. So they're spawning, I do believe. Let's just see a few go past here, hopefully. There they go. Hey dude, you carry on up to your death. We'll turn them off there. Hey, how you doing? So that seems to be working, and then hopefully in a minute we'll get them dropping here through the holes. And I just put some redstone lamps up there as well, just as a sort of you know, lighting it when they come down, so they're not all dark and that kind of thing. And then we'll have to work on the rest of this room. There they are, and let's just see if we can hit them with a block. Yeah, almost. That's good enough for me. That's all we need, because we can kill them just without using our sword if we want to, or we can use them, kill them with the sword. So that's pretty good. I'm really happy about that. That's really nice. And I guess we probably could put some kind of lighting up there as well in the corners. Not sure yet. We've got the rest of this to work out, and we'll probably do that off camera. This is now the new path, which just takes us up to the skelly spawner. So yeah, that all seems to be working nice and happy. So we have a working mob farm. We need to close this off really, just to make sure nothing comes down and gets us. But let's just go back at the top. I am going to have to do the height of this as well, because although you can see I'm going quite quickly up these stairs, unless they change the hitboxes, when I go down the stairs I cannot run. I'm hitting my head on those bits there, so hitting the hitboxes. But they do have some challenges with that at the moment, so maybe that is something that's going to fix in a moment. And the one we're going to test is going to be this door going into our chorus farm, because that was glitching like mad earlier on. So let's just see how that behaves. Has the update fixed it? No. As you can see there, that is not fixed. Never mind. Nice try, Dinnerbone. Get back onto it. Go on. Okay, guys. I think we're probably going to call it an end of episode there. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We've got some work done around here. We've got the wall and the path done at the top there. We've got the ice cube done right at the top, and we've got a working mob farm to get loads of XP. We don't necessarily have to go into the Nether and use the blaze one, but we have the options. Anyway, join me next time here on my Let's Play series. I'll see you soon. My name's WildTrekker. Don't forget to click like. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.